Hello everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. And this evening's live stream is my first play, other than messing around with it, obviously, my first kind of video with the Arturia MicroFreak. Now, I'm going to do what I usually do and get on my stream here. So let us refresh this so I can see where I'm at. Okie dokie. It's only so I can see the chat, you see. So I can see what's happening. So we have, what is it, 3 people watching. Hello. Okay, so hang on a sec. 6 people watching now. Can everyone hear me okay? The Oddball guy is here. Hi. Okay, so can everyone hear me all right? Is everyone, can people who are watching hear me okay? Before we start this, just in case there's something the matter with the volume. Okay, so the MicroFreak. So I must say many, hi Stan. I must say many thanks to Arturia and a lovely guy called Michelle who sorted all this out for me and sent me the MicroFreak for reviews and demos and things. So we're going to, let's just shift that back a little bit though, so I can move that there. I'm going to, this is not going to be like one of those full tutorial things. I haven't had it long enough to know enough about it yet to do that. So, oh, great. Even in Holland, Jan, Gimbal's here, Tony Kelly, oh, just in time. Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, for a couple of minutes, I'm just going to have a mess around with this. Maybe a few other people will turn up. So yes, I'm just going to I'm just going to play with this patch that I've got here. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Cut off wise, that's about right. So I'm just going to have a mess around. So I'm going to close the microphone and I'm just going to mess around with this patch for a few minutes. It is going through this Zoom because the MicroFreak does not have any internal effects, no reverbs or delays or anything like this. So obviously, like all synthesizers, they sound better, at least with a bit of reverb and then reverb and delay. So this is a plate reverb from the Zoom MS-70 CDR. So hopefully this will sound quite nice. So here we go. you go. There was a load of effects slapped on that ball like that. Yes, yes. Let's switch. So we're off. I'll switch that delay off. And also we'll switch the plate off. So there's the clean sound. Very nice it is too. Oh, electronic sounds is here as well. Tony Duncan, excellent. Grant's here. Switch the ARP off. So we could do some cool stuff straight away. This is the printed PCB keyboard, printed circuit board. It's for no paraphonic. It's kind of like polyphonic, but it's paraphonic. It's a digital synth with an analog filter. But the memory for the filter is digital as well, so the settings are all saved inside your... oh, well, I think you'll enjoy this, Tony. There's some very cool stuff. Well, this is not going to be like a full tutorial. So the PCB keyboard, I don't know if you can see, but here these are the sources and these are the destinations. And you have 3 assignable destinations that you can pretty much assign anywhere you like. So it's a pretty big mod matrix. But the pressure one is nice. So to give a good idea of the pressure one, what we need to do is to assign a modulation source. We want to go down to just scroll through like this. And now we're on the pressure lane and we'll apply pressure to the cutoff. Press the matrix button and it'll ask us to apply an amount. So let's apply quite a bit there. So it doesn't actually work with pressure. Let's apply a bit more amount so you're hearing it. Let's apply loads. You don't press harder. That doesn't do anything. What you do is apply more skin area from your finger to the actual key to make the pressure work. So like this. That's quite a good sound to demo with that actually. And of course, because it's a paraphonic synth, it's not like once you press one, listen, you can press another. Which is pretty cool. No, it's not pressure sensitive. It's like the keys are nice. They're like they're kind of raised up. Anyway, but I programmed some patches here. It's got like 128 pre-programmed that you can overwrite if you want to, and it's also got like another 128 that you can program yourself. So I went all the way to the end here. Now, played with it. When it came yesterday, I played with a couple. I programmed this one. I can call it Falling. But it has this cool cycling envelope here. It has a normal envelope thing, but you can send that to modulation as well. This cycling envelope is very, very cool. So you can do all sorts of very cool stuff with this. So just holding these 3, the ARP is switched on. But when the ARP switched on, it can hold the ARP as well. So yeah, it's very cool, and it has an absolutely brilliant sequencer as well, which is also paraphonic. The sequencer is poly, kind of paraphonic poly. I also programmed this one, which was kind of an adjustment from what was in the already in there sort of thing. Hi, Jim. So a sequencer, I don't know if there's a sequence programmed into this. So it has two sequencer lanes, an A and a B. So if we wanted to erase that sequence, so let's erase that sequence. We hold the sequence and then we just hold this there. And then sequence A is erased, and there it is, it's gone. We can set our sequence anywhere from 1 to 64 steps. That's pretty easy to do as well. You just hit utility here, and it's actually in the preset bit. So you just enter it by pressing this. And you can scroll down, you can find sequence length, and then you enter it. And you can see, I don't know if you can see actually, but it's set on 16, the sequencer length anyway. So that's fine. So we can enter in real-time mode. Let's see what the actual tempo is here. That's 90 now. That's all right. We'll leave it at about 100 BPM-ish. That's fine. If I press this record now, it's in real-time recording, so it's actually cycling round. Now there's no metronome, but so I'll need to kind of guess. So it'll come back around sort of thing. And if we hit we can obviously speed it up now. That's on like divisions, or we hit it again within tempo. So it's still when you're in no metronome. That's weird. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's strange. But it doesn't really matter. So let's erase that again. Let's erase that sequence. And no, sorry, I have to be in sequencer mode. So I'm going to choose this and choose this. I mean, arpeggiate. I want to be in sequence. I'm pressing the wrong button in. I'm pressing octaves right. So hold sequence A and then erase sequence A. Step mode is very cool. So I said this, It's titchy tiny. It's really small. But I've been playing it with me Arturia key step, so you know you can plug just MIDI up another keyboard. Oh, I also had it playing with the Uno drum earlier as well, and then earlier as well I plugged it all in audio. I plugged the Uno drum and this into AUM and the audio and everything, and I had Rosetta playing the Uno drum and Atom playing this. It was fab. Right. Anyway, so. Bit low there. Right, so this is probably the wrong sound for the sequence, but I wanted to demo that. Now we've erased sequence A like this. Don't forget you have 2 lines of sequence. Is it Bluetooth at all? No, there's no Bluetooth. No Bluetooth. We can enter in step mode. So when it's in sequencer mode and we're not playing the pattern, but there's nothing there, what we need to do is hit this where it says, now these have different things depending on where you're at sort of thing, but this is now in step recording. I don't know if you can see, but it will tell you the step you're on while you're programming it sort of thing. So step 1, and then it'll move to step 2. So if I go like, say, now on step 2, step 3, and now we're on step 8 of 16. So now we want to go. There we go. So we've programmed that sequence in now. So all we need to do is play it. Very cool, very cool beans. Right, so to save that patch, right, is again easy. You just hit save, and then it asks you where you want to save it. Well, I'm going to save it to where it is, but you can scroll to any destination, and then we'll hit save. And is it in the keys? Well, yeah, we'll leave it in keys, but you can change the actual category just by doing this, but we'll leave it in keys. Hit it again. This is where you can change your name. So you can just go up and down. I called it orchestra, but then you change it, press it, and it'll go to the next one. And when you're happy, you just press save again, and the preset's saved. So if I go to this one, which I called Drunk Keys, because I had the cycle envelope modulating the pitch. If I go back now to our orchestra patch and I play my sequence, sorry, I must keep remembering to switch it on. If I play the sequence we recorded, so there's where we've got that. So, and if it's, here's the thing, right? If it's, well, here's the pattern. If the arpeggiator is not in play mode, so if I switch it, we can change the transpose. And there is a way to set that on hold as well, but I've forgotten what it is. Just take a toke on me vape. Right, now let's have a look at the engines, because some of these are very, very cool. Okay, so look at this, 2 dislikes already. Strike the like, people, strike the like, wipe them dislikes out. Right, okay, so if we go to, say, let's go to it. Oh yeah, here's another one I called Number Panic. This is cool beans. It's got like a vocal engine in it. It's set. You can't put your own words in. But it's very cool.
4, 5, 10, 7, 6, 2, 5, 6.
So if I switch the ARP on now,
7, 3, 7, 2, 8. 4, 6, 3, 9, 4, 10, 5, 4,
I'll just turn the
9,
volume
9,
down.
5, 10,
I had
3,
the also had
8,
the
10,
cycle
2,
envelope
9,
adjusting
5,
the
6,
pitch, and
10,
it made the voice sound like it
2,
was
7,
in
4, 7,
distress.
3, 10,
This is very
4,
cool.
10, 1, 9, 8, 9, 10, 8, 3, 1, 10, 7, 9, 4, 7, 10, 10, 1, 5, 6, 10, 5, 2, 2, 4, 6, 9, 3, 10, 4, 2, 4, 6, 4, 10, 3, 9, 6, 5, 10, 9, 4, 6, 10, 4, 10, 2, 10, 2, 10, 1, 6, 10, 5, 10, 9, 3, 7, 7, 2, 9, 8, 9, 3, 10, 5, 3, 2, 6, 5, 7, 3, 10, 2, 5, 10, 9, 8, 2, 9, 8.
It's very fun. Right, let's. I think the best way to do. Let's say here's an initial. That's hold on. It's very, 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 very responsive. Right now, so here is the oscillator types. There are 12 different oscillator types. I think this Grande Folie, what it says here, Grande Folie, it means moments of madness. I think Arturia wanted people to have get a lot of fun from this synth. You could actually, it's very, very good at making sounds. But let's have a look at the different types of engines we get. Okay, so basic waves. Once we're in basic waves, you'll notice it here, we have 3 controls. And don't forget, there's no modulation or anything here at the moment. So we're in basic waves. And then we can scroll through the different wave shapes. Well, actually, I think that's Latin like pulse width. And then you have the timbre, which is in this, the and then you have a sub oscillator. And this becomes your basic. It has a decay and release, one single decay and release. And sustain. And a nice screaming resonance. You can run it on it doesn't have batteries. It's powered via mains adapter or USB. They recommend the mains because of the PCB keyboard working properly. It does a few weird things if it's not powered up, but you know, it's still playable. Right. So that's the first one. So let's go up to Superwave. So this is the Superwave engine. So it has 12 engines from the Platts modular system, which is open source, and Platts let Arturia put that engine into this, but times it by 4. So that's how you get the paraphonic sort of thing. It can be powered by USB. Yeah, absolutely. I don't need to have it plugged in. I've got it plugged in because I want the PCB all this stuff to. if it's not plugged into USB, sometimes it has some strange sort of thing going on, but it still works perfectly well. So, right. So let's have a look at this is the Superwaves engine. Square, saw, square, triangle, sine. That's deep. Just run it through the audio, your iPad. With a bit of reverb. Anyway, so there's that's the what's it. So let's have a look at the next one. The next one is the harmonic wavetable. Nice. So the arpeggiator is pretty cool. I'll get back to the engines in a sec. Then we have Spice and Dice. And you can increase the range of the ARP and everything. Oh, Colin Powell's here. Hello, Colin. Right, so that was the harmonic one. So moving on, we have the Car Plus Strong engine. So let's have a blast through the wave, the timbre and the shape of that. And it's cool because you can set this modulation matrix to run through these on their own sort of thing. So there's the bow. the position. And then we have the shape, which in this case is the decay. So we have a decay on here. Oh, it's great, it's great. So let's have a look at the next one. So here we have so that was the Carpless Strong engine. And now we have the virtual analog, where we can detune. And then the second one is the shape. Third one is the wave. So that is one super juicy. You don't want to go too mad when you're adding modulation. So we can remove any modulation destination just by holding it. And we're back to normal. So let's have a look at another one. So that we've done is, what did we do then? The virtual analog. Now we have the wave shaper, which is like a wavetable. And then we can move through. Well, this is wave shaper, sorry. great because you're just like dialing in sounds. And then you've got, and this is just with this, and then you've got the filters, the envelopes, the mod matrix, the nice glide. It's a bit loud, isn't it? Sorry. No, they're not touch sensitive. You can they're either on pressure or velocity sensitivity. Glide. So next engine along is the 2-operator FM. Exactly. The sound is affected by how much skin is on there. If it has to be assigned to one of the pressure destinations. Anyway, moving along, we have the formant engine. Oh, Paul's here. Hi, Paul. Paul, the Music Man, the developer of the shimmer effects and all the other 4-pockets cool stuff. I used to have a Mini Nova. So that was the what did I say that was? That was the 2-operator. No, that was the formant. We've done the FM. Now we have the Chords engine. You notice here in the middle. Right, in the middle there, let's do this again. You can scroll through a load of different chords. So if we go to, that's off, play your own sort of thing. First one's a 5th. Then it's just 4. Minor, minor 7, minor 9s, so there are different types, and then we have chord transpose. So here we have a minor, and then we have the different transposition points. Definitely wouldn't compare it to the Mini Nova. And then we have the waveform, so we can change the sound. So you can play all your cool chords with one finger if you want to. That's really cool means. Right, so, and then we're going to take a look at the, I think we're on the speech engine now.
Frequency.
Now, this is fun. Like I said, you can't, but this is an analog. This is a digital synth with an analog filter.
Frequency.
So we've got this vocal engine, which is also poly.
Frequency. 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 Frequency.
the cool thing with this is yeah, but it's like a speech engine, like speak and spell kind of thing. But you can calm it down. Why you can make it sound like a radio? Should have had this on the radio album, Colin. Let's have a look here, right? So. And then words.
2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
I've got. It's very cool. Right, so hang on, bit of plate. And the last engine, and then we'll have a listen to some of the very, very brilliant presets. It kind of gives you an idea of what you can actually do with the thing. So this is the modal engine, which we can. So they got that kind of modal type thing now. Well, to be fair, Valdez, they've thrown that in for you along with 11 other engines. Do you know what I mean? So I'd rather have it than them go, waste of time putting that in. Do you know? Because what else could they have put in, really? I mean, in the price range. I like it. I like the speech engine, but, you know, I like silly stuff. Oh, big bells. Anyway, so let's get into a few of these presets. Turn that plate off. You can actually, it's very nice having the matrix lit up, so you can see where you're. Very cool. And anytime you want, of course, you can just go in. See, this has been made with the carpless engine. There's so many great synths available now at this, you know, I guess the affordable price range. I'm very, very fortunate that people have started sending me this stuff. But it's like of an interest to me because we can use all this with an iPad. I've got some absolutely brilliant things planned when we run this into the iPad and effects and stuff. But I really just wanted to. It's cool. There's some very great. So here's a good example. We can see that the pressure has been see where it says along here with from the destinations, pressure is a destination, and it's been routed through to the cutoff there. So if we can find it by just highlighting it like this, and if we enter it here, we don't need to. We can see how much has been applied. Actually, that's just to the cutoff, and I'll just take it all off like this, so we won't get any cutoff adjustments. I'm gonna put a minus here. Actually, I need to be just on minus 54 on a 0. So the pressure won't do anything at all. But if I put this, I'll make it quite severe so you can hear it. So the more like skin is connecting with the printed circuit board keyboard, we'll apply the what's it. Yeah, but you can plug a MIDI keyboard into it. There's some neat effects. If the keyboard scares you, Rusty, you can always, like I said, you can just plug another MIDI keyboard in. Hi, Vulcanized is here. No, Volker, I did not buy it. I have to be clear. I stated this at the very beginning of the video. Arturia sent me it for review and demos. It's capable of some very, very, very nice sounds. Oh, thanks, Mark. Everything gets sent to me. I own nothing. Greg, could you test a particle reverb? I certainly can. Particle. There we go. Particle reverb. What? Shall I pick a sound that's a bit more sensible? Actually, get a. That might be nice with the particle reverb. That's a nice sound. So stable. You want it on stable? Okay. So what about 40? What, and the gain on 40 stable mode? Okay. So we've got 40, and stable. What the gain? I want more gain. And I want hazardous. This is epic. Hazardous mode is my favorite mode. You see, this is why I like silly vocal engines. I love the craziness of effects. It's very cool beans. Okay, hang on a sec. Ooh. I'm going to switch the tail on as well. Actually, no, I'm going to switch mono on because we're running through mono. I'm going to switch the tail. I'm going to turn the mix up a bit. Stand back, people. Stand back. We want more dwell, more gain. That's a nice patch. Took the effect off. So not only does the sequencer, you also have 4 motion sequencing lanes that you can do as well. So let's do. This panel revert button, by the way, this will revert the settings. It will revert the settings of the panel to what they actually are and not what the preset is. So I add the panels quite nicely. How many presets are there? 128 pre-programmed, 128 user, but the pre-programmed are also user program mods 256. So also you can choose to protect the pre-programmed ones or not protect them. So yeah, 256 in totals. So let me give you a quick demo of the motion sequencer. So here's a pattern. Let's press record. Got 2 sequencer lanes. And we had the cycling envelope in routed to the cutoff as well. So that's why. Oh, Kem's here. Hi, Kem. Kem is the developer of apps. Stepbud. Very nice, very nice. So you got these 4 motion sequencing lanes, and they automatically select as soon as you hit the this little record button there. You can start twiddling your knobs if you like, and you're good to go. So we'll do another couple before we go. And I've only played with it, literally, I probably played with it for about an hour and a half before we actually, in real time, before we actually did this, over the course of yesterday and today. It's very, very easy, and you can go real deep. A lot of the buttons are dual press sort of thing, so tempo or time division. And then also you can do swing and stuff like that, you know. Take that space hole off. Cycling the envelope is rooted to pitch. All right. I think Arturia just make great stuff. Look at the micro brutes and the mini brutes and stuff. Not to mention their software synths. I'm not sure. Should I ask them for the Matrix brute next? Somehow I don't think they'd let me have one of them. Probably didn't make them to order. I don't know, Mr. Silver. I have no idea whether they'll let me keep her or not. I don't know. I hope they do. So we can see here that we've got 3 assignable modulation sources, and it looks like this has been assigned to voice parameter. Do you know what? Honestly, I'm not. My eyes are absolutely dire. But we could increase the amount. Let's enter it. VCO voltage control, VCO parameter 3. So it's been assigned to this one. Full on. That's brilliant, isn't it? There's loads of cool effects and stuff. I mean, there's 156 pre-programmed for you to start with, you know. No, it doesn't run on batteries, but it runs off USB. And if you have a USB battery pack charger, it runs like that. So you can actually make it completely mobile. You know, if you've got like a mobile phone battery, plug it into that. It'll run on that. you have three filters: low pass, high pass, low pass, band pass, and high pass. Yeah, guys, I've gone on for long enough. Look, I've gone on for an hour, over an hour. I've got to go now. I have to go. It's personally responsible for the episode, but over it is. No, I know it's. I'm just. I'm sorry. But the idea is that you like sort of pick and choose the ones the ones you want. This is great, isn't it? But it's got a really juicy what's in it filter. The filter, like I mentioned earlier, the filter is an analog filter. It's an analog filter. It's a digital oscillator. Digital oscillators, 12 engines, digital oscillator. Everything's digital. The filter is analog, but the filter control is digital. So your presets are remember the filter position. That's why it sounds so blinking good. Guys, I've got to go seriously. Right, okie dokie. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the strike the like. Oh, 3 dislikes now. Look, obviously somebody doesn't like the synth or whatever, or usually don't like me, you know. Right, okay. Thanks, Tony. I do appreciate it. Honestly, I do. Brilliant. Thanks for joining me, guys. We're doing loads of cool stuff with this, so. But with the iPad, you know, you putting this into the iPad and doing it that way. Right. Brilliant. Thank you very, very, very much. And I see you later, everybody. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Stan. Thanks, Aardvark Guy. Thanks, everybody. Gimbal, Jim, everybody, Grant, for joining. It was very, very cool beans. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. We'll have to do some sort of mad little analog synth mashup thing. Right, okay. Oh, my knees. Right, I'll see you guys later. Ta-ra.